What is up, gamers? Welcome back to another episode of Tales of Arise. Last episode we sort of we finally, well, I say finally, but it's very loosely. We did take down Red Woman, but turns out there's more of her. So she's not really down. She ran off with the Ulma. So I forget what the name of it's called. But we did see that Volren was still around. One thing I do want to say quickly. With Tales of, not Tales of Rise, with what's it called, Guardians of the Galaxy and Demon Slayer, there's been a few issues. I do apologize for the fact that I haven't been up. Well, they weren't up yesterday and they won't go up today. Demon Slayer got hit very hard with copyright claims. It's got about 6 songs I have to remove, and 2 of them are about 58 minutes for some reason. I don't know why the song's so damn long, but it's taken 20 hours to get it to process, and it still hasn't stopped. I'm hoping that will be up tomorrow. Obviously I can't upload the rest of the series without uploading that one. The reason I can't upload it is because it's actually blocked to 90% of my audience, so uploading it would just be kind of pointless, because I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you wouldn't even be able to watch it. That's the same with Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Guardians of the Galaxy got hit with about 3. Doesn't affect the channel, but it's just claimed, so it like stops it. Obviously it's blocked around certain areas of the world. So yeah, Demon Slayer and Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy definitely will be back tomorrow, because I've only got one more. No, I've got one more thing to cut out of it, and then it's process out of it, which will probably take like 8 hours. So that'll be up sometime tomorrow. As for Demon Slayer, I'm hoping that will be up tomorrow, but there is a good chance it might not. But we'll wait and see. I mean, if it comes up tomorrow, you know I got it sorted. But yeah, just a heads up, that's where they are. I haven't put them on pause or anything. It's just I physically can't put them up. I mean, they've been blocked, so I have to. It won't let me actually put them up until they're sorted with. But anyway, that being said, we're going to jump straight into this. We are currently going to Rena. Well, as you can probably tell, we did get some new a new look for Elfin, which I actually love it. Yeah, we are. Actually, I can probably teleport. I probably don't have to run, do I? Let me see where I need to go. Okay, so I actually can't teleport out, which does kind of suck. Alright, well, I guess we're stuck running. Actually, do I have to talk this again? Pistol, where there it is, Rena sat 300 years ago. Now it gives off no trace of power. Okay, well, that's not where we need to go. So yeah, I guess. Fortunately, we have to run all the way out because we can't teleport, which does suck. I'm hoping we'll get to a point where I can actually teleport out, but we'll have to wait and see. Because yeah, we're currently heading off to Renan now, which is the home. Actually, wait one sec. Can I do this? Lenegus. Okay. Okay, no, we are actually stuck here. So unfortunately, we do have to run out. Does suck. I don't know. There must be a talk somewhere through. Usually if there's like some sort of like interaction along the way, we should be, you can't really do it. But anyway, that being said, I believe we're getting, I mean, I thought last episode was going to be the way that was kind of ending it off kind of sound like it was ending. But I can't really see us going too much longer, because we are currently going on to Rena, which is the last of these. So I'm guessing. Ooh. Let's just heal first. The fact there's a heal there makes me think there's like some sort of interaction we've got coming up. But yeah, I'm want to take a guess. Maybe finish within like I don't know. Depends how big Rena is. I guess maybe 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't know. If it's the last area, I'm guessing it'll be reasonable size. Yeah, well, I can confirm that we are going to go up against Volren. So there's that.
It's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
I just slide past all these guys. Oh, I couldn't. The hitbox is way too big. I'm hoping... No, I don't think the mantis will be... The mantis didn't spawn last time. It's like stuck. It's the only issue with having it on Xbox. It's just so slow. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Oh, it's targeting the thing in the background. Okay, well, I guess we'll just target this thing first, I guess. At least we did heal, so we do have all our CP in that back, which is at least the good news. I'm stuck because this stupid purple thing on the floor. Oh, I didn't mean to use it. Oh, it's fine. Okay, there's the heal. I mean, these bigger dudes take a little bit. They're kind of annoying to deal with, honestly. If we can get this up, then we can... Okay, hopefully Law can get this up. I mean, at least you can hit 10,000s now. There we go. Hopefully this will kill it. Okay, good. We took out one of the big guys. Doesn't matter because there's another big one. I kind of want to take out... You know what? Let's take out this. I feel like we should take out probably the little guy first. Though his blue bar isn't going up, which kind of sucks. Oh wait, now he's slow going down. Oh. And his annoyance saved him. The annoyance saved his ass. We're gonna get the blue bar up and his annoying, insufferable Zerdle had to come up and be a pain in the ass. I will admit, they're so annoying. Oh, there we go. We got it up. I will say, this is definitely a bit easier than coming here, because since last time we were here, we didn't have, like, we got a new weapon since then, so we're doing a little bit more damage to these guys compared to what we were doing last time, so at least we got that going for us. There we go. Okay, now we've just got the big guy to worry about. Which hopefully he won't be a pain in the ass and just go down like a good whatever he is, Zoogle.
You see what happened there as you crossed me. You shouldn't have done that. Try harder. Now you see what I can do.
Oh man, they still have so much health though. I would get more. I would get gear for the other, but unfortunately I don't have enough money because items in this game just cost way too much. And you have to use them way too frequently, which means you just never have. We're really gonna have to fight everything. Wait, this might actually work for me, actually. Nope, because the man. I don't like the hit. I will say I don't like the hitboxes in this game. They're way too stupid. Like, especially when we go up against the flying things. Like, they're literally the smallest thing, but they have literally the entire building as a hitbox. It's, I don't know. I just find the hitboxes are not very good. They're very poorly designed. It gets so irritating because you didn't even have to be anywhere near someone. You could literally be like 10,000 floors next to someone, and you'll still get pulled up because they apparently are bigger than the entire building. There he is. Sorry about the guys. I think the also thing that annoys us because every creature around here just runs away. All they do is just run. It gets so irritating. I mean, these guys almost got the... There we go. Why don't we just keep timing out things so we can keep the blue bar going? We're pretty solid then. That did a fair amount of damage. I mean, we are at least hitting hundreds now. Alright, there we go. I'm just using Elfin. This is what my figure's already on. Alright, hopefully the rest we can avoid. It would be good, but knowing this game, we're probably going to get stuck.
Well then, let's keep moving.
At least we avoided one of them. We kind of split them up. Alright, you find out where to go. We have to go... Well, at least the mantis isn't there. So we got rid of the bulky, annoying bug, which is always good. Okay, we managed to... Oh, okay, well that one's still here. We managed to somehow slip past that group. We should be able to... Yeah, okay, we can slip past these as well. I don't want to just take like the whole episode just trying to avoid these creatures. I mean, I don't want to spend the whole episode fighting these creatures. If I can avoid them, it would be good, though. I probably should fight them just for the experience, but... I mean, I think this whole playthrough, we've never been higher than the boss. We're always lower levels, which makes it just a lot more painful to fight the boss, because obviously being weaker than them, we don't do as much to them.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two.
Oh great, she's back.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
About switching the mic.
She doesn't remember a thing, so she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait.
Let's just knock her back out so she can't speak.
Lenegis is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
Just random. It would be so
If
cool
so,
actually
then
living
what's the
in a
problem?
place like this.
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
We know a lot.
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to
God,
explain now.
she
It
is like
sounds we
the
need to
new
find a way
Shio
to
and just
keep
always
Lenegis from
negative.
spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease. Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
I mean, at least she's now gotten off his case.
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Look up there, it's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead, You're afraid.
Couldn't they just use Elfin? Because Elfin is technically the sovereign as well.
I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest.
So they clearly don't know who the sovereign is.
Has experienced a malfunction.
They could just use Elfin.
Top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegus, not the lords and sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Also, I just realized he's got his old robe on. I guess he's very select. So they did mention that obviously changing their look isn't going to affect some cutscenes, and that was clearly one of them. He went back to his old look.
Your speech seems to have done the trick.
And now he's back to what he's
Looks like
wearing.
the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegus, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking.
As I was saying, this would be a cool place to live in, especially if it's like in space. I wonder if they will ever have like some floating city in space.
More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Turnagain's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegus till you get back.
Thank you.
In the dude with glasses being more level-headed than
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for
Lady
the
was.
foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegus who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going
I
to
just
be
realized
leading
we're
the
pretty
people
much all
here,
wearing white
not
now.
ruling them.
Give it a Dalahim is not.
True enough.
And Law
Whatever
isn't.
would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Alright, well. This is Dolane. It is Renan leader. Oh, yeah, we actually got some points. I'll worry about that later. Alright, anyway. We need to go back to the ship. Which way? This way. Alright.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
I guess on to Rena we go, so...
I think everybody can share the credit here.
I'm pretty... I mean... I could be wrong saying this, because, I mean, obviously I've thought twice now the game was ending and we haven't been remotely close to that, but if I had to take a guess, I feel like Rena's probably going to be the last... I don't think we'll go to any more areas after Rena. I mean, Rena is the last spot of the Renans, so I'm guessing we shouldn't have much more from there. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. See how many episodes we have left. Hopefully we'll get this done quicker. Actually, as much as I want it done quicker, also at the same time, I kind of need it as a fill-in because YouTube won't get off my case about all these damn songs in the games, which is quite irritating. Though I will say though, Guardians of the Galaxy has actually been pretty generous compared to Demon Slayer. I don't know why I mean, Guardians is literally known for its music. Demon Slayer is, I guess it has some. I don't know, I just find it weird that this game picked up way more than Guardians is. Had 6 claims. All of them in the same song, I'm pretty sure it was. They'll have to be... Unfortunately, you can't mute them all at once. It has to be individually, which is why it takes a little bit longer. It's just there. But once we get out, then... I mean, as I said, like, I finished it all, so we've got all the episodes ready to go back up, but, well, Demon Slayer at least. I'm still going with, what's that? Oh, it's like a chest. Still going with Guardians, but, yeah, almost done with... No, we're done with Demon Slayer. Getting there with Guardians. Alright, well, anyway. On to Rena we go. I'm actually interested to see what Rena looks like. If it looks like some barren wasteland, I'm going to be depressed.
I thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renaissance. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
It's also entirely possible that the first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If we come across a capital, we should... What?
Oh. They're just chilling out in space. But they're everywhere. They're literally the Nurse Joys of this place. It's just... It seems to be an endless breed of them. We're gonna have some space battle. Oh damn, there actually is a lot of them. There was 3 before, there were an extra 2. Those eyes are possessed if I've ever seen possessed. Oh, wait, there's a lot more than 5. There's like 30. You can't tell me they're not Nurse Joys. Or Officer Jenny. There's just millions of them. They're all related, I bet. Did they help us get to Renan? Did they just teleport us?
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone, look there!
Man, I can take a guess. Yeah, it definitely was the Red Woman. You had a million around your ship. This is Lanagus. Is that the Renan homeworld? I thought it was split in half. I mean, it's like an egg that's part broken. That weird ass world, I'm not gonna lie. And did just shot through Lanagus. So Lanagus was something in itself, and now Rena, whatever this world is also. It's using it to amplify it or something. That looks sick though. Maybe stop one laser, now there's two.
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dahna's energy.
And it appears Lanagus is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's
It's like
true,
a tree.
do you think the people back on Lanagus are all right?
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
A flower of oblivion.
With everything that's happening,
Flower
we
versus
need to
thorns,
get
let's see
back to
what wins.
Lanagus. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dahna die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down! You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Now what?
So, is it,
The starship, it's back online.
oh yeah, no, I was saying, is the Red
No,
Woman back
this is
again? I don't
different.
think she is.
Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
I mean, at least they're getting there. The ship doesn't work, but I mean, something to pull them in, then it just does the work for them. Is that still Lanagus? Wait, that's not Lanagus. If it is, it looks different. I don't think it is. I think that's an entirely different ship.
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Yeah, there are so many of them.
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
Well, at least she's thinking logically. I feel like always walking like some straight line.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's really not doing too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dahna, so I figured it was just another round planet like ours. Still though, I never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that. And what's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a
She just,
broken
I
egg or
mean,
something.
I know the thorns are bad, but
Rena and Dahna.
surely if the
We were
thorns
taught
are
that
that
both
threatening,
worlds were
just use them to destroy
spherical
the
bodies
planet.
that floated amongst the stars in the heavens. But to think that they lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
Dohalim.
Okay, who's the wise guy that summoned us here?
Someone formidable enough to bring our
Yeah, there's
starship
nothing here I
along
can
with us.
steal, so I
They
guess
must
we
be
go up
here
the
somewhere.
elevator.
Let's find them.
We're on lower now. Floor is inaccessible. We can go to central though, so I guess that's where we're heading. Wait, that's where it wants us to go. Okay, so we can't even go to that yet. Alright, well. I want to see if there's anything here I can steal. There probably isn't, but... Okay, no, it's just pretty much a straight line. Alright, well. Down we go. We'll see who bring us here. I wonder if it's someone, I mean, it could be someone that we know. Or maybe the red woman isn't. Nah, that's probably way too big of a stretch.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that?
That looks like the red woman's armor, but just purple, not red.
It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
I just don't think, like, because obviously Volverin
It
wants
doesn't look like it can move.
the Ulma. Red woman took it. I'm wondering if maybe she's like secretly good and trying to keep it out of the hands
Tell me,
of
Are you the one who brought us
Volverin. But
here?
again, that seems like a very big stretch.
That is correct. It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way.
You're just stuck on a...
Identifiers detected.
This is one of those deep freezings that Alfred was in.
However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh goody, more riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
So we just...
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil.
Essentially, he is the same as the Red Woman, yet why is his armor purple and theirs is red?
They are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Date Phasal, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dahna from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dahna.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
I don't think Volron's being controlled.
You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things
Volron seems to
harness the
hate
astral
everything.
energy from Dahna? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dahna back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dahna has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dahna has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dahna this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrek 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dahna's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dahna is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dahna's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegus are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dahna.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dahna?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dahna's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegus was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renasalma.
Correct. A change in plan was required.
Honest,
to
I'm so glad someone's finally giving me answers. I've had too many questions for too long.
Recreating the Renasalma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dahna.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. an efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dahna.
This is all happening because of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrecht 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Oh.
I'm sorry, did you
This is why I don't trust robots. They always go on their creators.
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegis has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dahna's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Well, even its own subordinate wants it dead.
Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Faisal.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
I did say in yesterday's episode that I didn't think the Red Woman was its actual true form. Looks like it's not, so it's just a form that kind of puts on. Which is something.
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right? I mean, it's practically blackmailing us into doing its dirty work.
To be honest, the conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it. How about you, Dohalim? Were you able to follow it at all?
At the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dahna, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dahna completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy Dahna.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns me. How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
They're dumbasses.
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevrecht 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe the others will shed more light on the matter.
I wonder if maybe they've split their information between each other. That's why I send them off. Anyway, it is a little bit smaller episode than what it has been. I think this is probably a good enough spot to end it off here. We'll pick this up again tomorrow. We'll find out exactly what's going on. I mean, they're not wrong. We've got a lot of answers, but again, like, why is Renan like it is? But yeah, hopefully we'll find out tomorrow what's going on. Also, I kind of want to see what the Red Woman's true form is. I'm curious, because at the moment all I see is a bunch of twins. But yeah, anyway, that being said, as I said at the start of the episode, hopefully tomorrow Demon Slayer and Guardian should be back. It's taken me 2 days to get all this stuff. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it takes so long to... It's literally like the songs that take a minute literally take like 9 hours to render out, which is annoying. And the fact that I have 6 of them and 2 of them are 53 or 54 minutes or something. Well, the fact that a minute takes 8 hours, I don't know on all things how long a 53-minute song is going to be, but hopefully they'll be up again tomorrow and then we can just knock the other ones out. I don't think the other ones should be as bad as this one, but we'll find out. But anyway, that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button when the videos go live, and I'll be back again tomorrow. So until then, take care and peace out.